This is AP Med. My name is Andrew Poveda, and today we're interviewing Jesus Mendoza. He's a medical student at the University of Vermont, and he's the new CDO elect at LMSA Northeast. Jesus, can you introduce us?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name's Jesus. I'm currently a third year medical student at the University of Vermont Larner College of Medicine and recently elected co-director-elect of LMSA Northeast. And yeah, excited to be here, excited to serve in this new position for the Northeast, and excited to share a little bit more about my journey and my story.
Great, great. Okay. All right, so Jesus, we like talking more about our personal lives before we get into like the medicine and career path. So can you tell us more about your background, your culture, who you are? You're Mexican, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tell us
yeah.
everything. Tell us everything from your childhood.
Yeah, of
Yeah, yeah,
course.
right here.
I'm originally from California. I never thought I'd be in Vermont, but here we are. It's been an amazing experience. But yeah, born and raised Southern California. Started out in Orange County, but then moved to like LA County, Buena Park, Cerritos area. And yeah, sunny California. I'm from like a big family, traditional Mexican family. My dad was a blue collar worker. My mom, she stayed at home. They weren't able to pursue higher education, but I'm so grateful for all their sacrifices and the opportunity that they gave me and my siblings to pursue higher education. And yeah, so it's six of us total. I love all my siblings. I have my older brother, two older sisters, and then it's me, a younger brother and a younger sister.
Wow.
And now I'm an uncle as well. My older sister has three daughters, and now she has one son. And yeah, they're adorable, great. I love taking care of them. And yeah, I grew up speaking Spanish. Spanish is my first language. Now here in medicine, it's a privilege to be able to serve patients that speak that language. Um, and yeah, very traditional family values. One thing that's very important to me is my faith. I grew up Catholic and I still practice now. And without a doubt, it's what guides me and drives me. This love, this grace and love that I try to show others that God has shown me. Um, and let's see what else. I grew up playing soccer. Soccer is a big passion of mine. I absolutely love the sport. Right now, World Cup's going on.
It is. Mexico just
Um,
got eliminated.
I know, dude. So sad. But yeah, no, it's good, ECC. Pasó,
XQC.
pero yeah, it was a great time, Mexico nos ilusionó. But yeah, I grew up playing soccer, still play a little bit. Now in my free time, I do a lot of running, weightlifting. I'm super big into health and fitness, and I do a lot of reading. But yeah, it's a little bit about me.
All right. Okay, so let's break down everything one by one.
Yeah.
So, wait, first of all, talking about soccer, can you
Yeah.
tell us about Compas FC?
Compas
Compas
FC.
FC, yeah, yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, Compas FC. So my first year in med school, there's a couple of people in my class that also played soccer. And we made a team. And you know me, I try to share my culture with all my classmates. And basically we named the team Compas FC. I taught everyone what compa meant, and like all my friends, we call each other compa or whatever. And we ended up playing intramurals like on a Wednesday night, and then we ended up beating everyone. So we went undefeated for the season. We were the champions of intramural that year. And yeah, great time. It was outside of studying. That was an amazing experience for the first year.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, soccer is the Latino way, you know what they say.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What made you pursue medicine in the first place? Was it something you wanted during your childhood, or was it something you learned along the way?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a complicated journey. Thinking back, it's a mix of both, right? Like a
Mhm.
lot of things in life, it's multifactorial, and we have a lot of influences through a lot of things.
Of course.
When I started undergrad, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. Like, I knew a couple things. So I knew that I loved soccer, I loved working out, health, fitness, the human body. I really enjoyed that aspect. And I also knew that I liked helping people. It's something that has been instilled in me since I was a little kid. I would volunteer at church. My mom and my dad always taught me to lend a helping hand to any stranger in the street. So I had this passion for helping others and this like fascination with health, fitness, and the human body. So I decided to study kinesiology or exercise science. It just made sense. And the next logical step would be physical therapy school, right?
Mhm.
To do like something sports medicine related. During that time, I also started doing a lot of self-reflection. I got back into reading and I read this book called The Price We Pay, which really exposed a lot of like the things that are wrong with the US healthcare system. And I also started working out as a physical therapy aide at a physical therapy clinic and getting involved in volunteering at a hospital, trying to just get exposure. And just talking to a couple of my mentors, and talking to my sister, she really is the one that sat me down and she said, you know what, Jesus, like you could do it. Like you could pursue medicine. You're hardworking, you're smart enough. And like my mentors too, they said that what I was trying to do and the change that I'm trying to make in medicine is better off served as a medical doctor rather than a physical therapist. Um, and yeah, and then like reflecting back, I grew up with this chronic condition called pars planitis uveitis, which is just inflammation in the back of the eye.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, like growing up with that, really like gave me this like extreme understanding of what it means to be a patient, and what it means to be like a Latino patient, having to go to appointments and explain like diagnoses and translate for like my parents. All that stuff has really like given me this new skill set that I'm able to use now on patients when I interact with them in clinic. And I mean, at that time as a kid, like it absolutely sucked. Like I was 12 when I was diagnosed, and there was a lot of like, why me? And now I think back, like, why not me? Like it's given me like this valuable insight, and um, like I mean, through it, I've learned how to suffer graciously, and it's given me this perspective that now allows me to help people. But yeah, it's been like a long journey and a lot of like self-reflection, personal growth outside of like the career growth that has led me to this point, and I'm just so grateful and blessed to be here.
So you were diagnosed at 12, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. How has it been living with that condition for so long? Has it been a chronic condition that you're living with throughout your whole life, or how do you handle it? Is it
yeah,
medication, or in terms of what is it?
definitely. So I got diagnosed when I was 12, and yeah, it's a chronic condition. I still have it now.
Mhm.
I'm still on medications. I've been on medications since I was 12. And it just becomes part of you. Like growing up, I really like didn't want to share it with others. I didn't want to be treated differently. One of the first things that they did when I first got diagnosed was that they took soccer away from me for like the first year after diagnosis, and that was like, bro, like
That must have sucked.
absolutely
Yeah.
horrendous. And so yeah, like they took that away. And it was hard, like seeing my classmates and my friends being able to play and me having to sit out and kind of give them this explanation. Like some of them would tease me and I'm just like, guys, like I can't do anything about this. Like this is like, it's something that my doctor said to do and I didn't want to risk losing my vision.
Mhm.
There's really like no cure for it. It just treat it. And yeah, so as I grew older, I started realizing like, oh, like this has really taught me a lot. Like it's taught me patience, temperance. There's this quote by Dostoevsky, one of my favorite authors. It goes like, suffering is the sole origin of consciousness. And through that suffering, I've learned so much, and it's now put me in this place, like I said, where I'm able to help others. But as I've grown, it's become part of me. Like it's just something that I do. Like I take my medicine when I need to take it.
Yeah.
And other than that, I haven't really let it like impede me in anything. Like I don't like to make excuses. It's just something that happened and it's not going to change like my success in life or what I'm able to pursue. Like I like to do these like great physical feats to prove to myself that I'm still capable and show others that although there might be negative things happening in your life that you're still capable to do more. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, speaking about the eyes,
Yeah.
have you considered any specialty yet? Ophthalmology,
Yeah.
maybe?
No, man. I actually did some volunteering recently at like a migraine clinic with some ophthalmologists, and they asked me the same thing. I
Oh,
think I've had my fair share of like ophthalmology. And yeah, so I came in thinking I want to do orthopedic surgery just with my background in sports, and I think there's not that many Latino speaking orthopedic surgeons. Um, but right now I'm on rotations, right? And I'm getting exposure to all these specialties.
yeah.
And I started off with psychiatry and I had an absolute great time on psychiatry. So that's up there now. And yeah, we'll see. I don't know where God takes me. And regardless, whatever specialty I do end up in, I do want to do like a pediatric subspecialty. I love working with kids. And
Okay.
yeah, we'll see.
Whatever happens, happens. God
Exactly.
willing, they like to
Exactly.
say. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We were just speaking about mentorship earlier.
Yeah.
How important has mentorship been for you? And has there been a one specific standout mentor that has maybe changed the course of your life?
Dude, man, mentorship has been everything. Like coming from a first gen background, with my parents not being able to pursue higher education, like
Mhm.
you have to pave your own way. And I'm so grateful for all the amazing people that I have crossed within my path on this journey. Um, and yeah, I mean, everyone, like I could give a shout out to so many people, man. It's just been so great. All the doctors that I've worked with, the physical therapist that I first worked with too, still a great friend. But I think mentorship is so important, man. And now I try to be involved with as many mentorship opportunities as I can to give back and pay it forward.
Mhm.
But if I could think of, I think two mentors that kind of like really changed my trajectory. There's one where there was this program I went to Cal State Long Beach. Um, and it's a state school in California. And we don't have like any connection with like a hospital or medical school or anything. But we had like this guy that graduated and he went to UCI med school. His name's Alejandro. And he started this program called he called it, I think, Long Beach School of Medicine. And it was basically like this weekly meeting where he would go over like preparation to apply to med school. And then on the last day, we had like this get together with UCI medical students.
Oh, cool.
Um, and so I went to this get together, and we were sitting around just having lunch with some medical students, and just getting to know each other, networking. And I was talking to this guy, and we were both from Mexico. And I asked him what part. He tells me, and then he tells me where he's from. And then I was like, usually when someone says Jalisco, it's like a big state. But then when
Yeah,
you get closer and you ask him about the small little town, bro, it turned out he was from the same like
no way.
little ranchito that my family was from.
Damn.
Crazy part was that his grandpa knew my grandpa. And bro, I left that meeting like floating on clouds. Like, dude, if he could do it, I could do it. And so we stayed connected. He helped me with my application, like doing practice interviews. And yeah, like I don't know that was like a very highlight like mentor. And then another one was a good friend of mine, Dr. Bosher. In undergrad, I was part of this program called Flying Samaritans with Cal State Long Beach, where
Yeah.
once a month we would go down to Tecate to run a free health clinic for a little population there. And he was the family med doctor that would go down with us. He studied medicine in Guadalajara, amazing physician, spoke Spanish. Um, and another thing that I really admire about him is his faith. He's a deacon in the Catholic Church. And his guidance within like my career as well as within the faith has been like invaluable. Amazing guy, and I still give him calls and update him on my life and what's going on. So those are, I think, two of my standout mentors for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the thing is people neglect, well, not neglect, but people forget to mention that a mentor could be anybody. It could be a sibling, it could be
exactly.
family, anybody near you that's helped you in any sort of way. So, but yeah, you're right. Like
Yeah,
there's so many to name that you don't know who to specifically name. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah, it's like that. Okay. So we've spoken a lot about your faith, and I think people shy away from talking specifically about their faith, but you seem like a very open person regarding
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So how important has faith been to you in your journey? Because I'm sure there's been a lot of setbacks and failures in your path, and you've overcome these, right? So
yeah.
how as important has it been for you to stay faithful to your religion? And how do you intend to use that in the future, whether it's in your practice or in your work ethic?
Yeah, man, it's been a journey, man. I think to me, my faith has been everything, dude. Moving away from family has been the hardest thing that I've done. Um, it's been hard, like very lonely, and without a doubt, like my faith is what has grounded me, man. Um, and yeah, I try to implement it every day. And I'm not saying I've been the best Catholic. I've, I'm a human, man. I failed and I failed terribly. But the beauty of faith is that we're able to get back up and continue working towards it, right? Um, and yeah, man, I try to bring it into everything. Like I say, I mean, my name's Jesus. It's I try to show others God's grace and love through me. And like I like to share and be vocal about it. Things that I do like to implement it in clinical, bro, is I pray for all my patients. Like I'll see a patient, we'll walk out of the room and I'm just saying a quick prayer in my head. I've sat down when we have downtime. I've asked my attendings to let me go down and pray on the bedside of a patient that's been intubated with no family there, and I've been able to do that. And I mean, I think that's the best tool we have, prayer, right? And with regards to like outside of like school or whatever, yeah, like it's been one of like the grounding points as I'm far away from family.
Mhm.
Like I think my faith was something that would bring my family together. Some of my best memories growing up are praying the rosary with my grandma as a family together. And unfortunately, she passed away last summer. But I think we carry like our loved ones with us every day, and that's one of the things that she left us. You know, the legacy that she left within me and all my siblings is this strong sense of faith. And I know that whatever happens or whatever comes in life, I'm ready to take it head on because I have Jesus on my side, man. But yeah,
Definitely, like thank the people that come before you because they're the ones
exactly.
that set the path. Yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh.
for sure, for sure. Yeah,
Exactly.
I heard this one thing where it was like, well, you have a lot of siblings, so you
Yeah.
would definitely relate to this, but um. So people always say you should be close to your parents and like your family as a whole, right?
Yeah.
But more specifically your siblings because
Exactly.
they're the people that are around you your entire life and they're with you even after your parents pass or anybody else in your family passes. And that's the strongest bond you would ever have because they're the ones that experience the same like childhood and upbringing as you. So
Exactly. No,
yeah.
no. So grateful for all my siblings, man. I love them so much.
Yeah, it's kind of hard not to, right?
Exactly. Oh man.
All right, wait, so you moved from West Coast all the way to the Northeast in Vermont. That must have been a
Yep.
huge change for you, right? So
Yep.
how has it been finding a community in the place that you've moved to? Because I'm sure it's been a tough time. Maybe it's the weather. The weather must be bad, right?
Yeah.
Compared to California? Yeah.
Oh man, it was hard, man. It was a culture shock getting out here. I think one of the biggest differences is the size. Like Vermont is a tiny state, man. But it's a beautiful state, and I have so much love for this state. Yeah, I mean, building community, man, it's tough. It's tough. Thankfully, I've been able to meet amazing people and slowly grow that community. I think a big one and an easy one is the faith. I have great support. The University of Vermont has a Catholic center, and they're amazing people. The nuns there, they have this thing called Muffin Monday.
Okay.
Sister St. Paul Mary is a saint, man. She makes us muffins every Monday, and like
That
when
sounds
I would
good.
study there, different muffin. You get your snacks, and then you get your daily dose of Jesus, man. It was great. And then Father Grant is amazing, spiritual director. Outside of that, man, it's just having I think through my life I've had to like develop this like skill set of being personable and being able to like introduce myself.
Mhm.
I transferred, well, we moved when I was in fifth grade and then I transferred high schools. So I was put into like new environments and had to like learn how to like make friends and talk to people, right? And this is a skill set that I've developed over time, and thankfully I'm able to continue to develop that and connect with people. So I have different communities. I have the faith community. I have the running community. There's like Burlington Run Club that I help out with.
Cool.
There's also the gym community. I got a bunch of homies in the gym. What else? Oh, a big one, dude, is the family room. So the family room is this community center here in Burlington where I do a lot of volunteering,
Yeah.
specifically with the Spanish speaking community. And I help out with Papeleo nights, where we do like translation and offer like source resources and other services for the families here. And man, dude, it's like I go back home every month, playing with the kids and just getting to speak Spanish out here. It's I don't know, finding the family room, bro, has been such a blessing, and I'm so thankful for them. And yeah, man, I think community, you build that through time and showing up for the people around here. So thankful for all the great people I've met in Vermont.
All right. So you're a very charismatic person. What is one piece of advice you would offer to somebody who who's wanting to get out of their comfort zone and try to talk to more people, like really become an extrovert, but they kind of just can't? What would you say to them?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think one is like smile, man. Like, something just like a little head nod, a smile.
Yeah.
It goes a long way. And if you're like frequenting the same place a lot, for example, you go to the same coffee shop or like the same library, or whatever to study,
Yeah.
introduce yourself to the people that you consistently see there. Like something just like a, hey, like I always see you here. My name's this. Like, how's it going? It goes a long way, man. And that's how I think you build community. And then also just be curious about people. I think being curious about what's going on in their lives or like trying to remember like something that they had told you previously, all that goes a long way. Just be curious, bro, and be kind. Be a kind, loving person. I think those all are, I don't know, the tips that I got for
Love all,
that.
like they say. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so how is it as the new CDO elect of the LMSA Northeast? How is it
yeah.
getting to that position? I'm sure you've been involved in LMSA Northeast for a while now. Consider.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, man, it's a great feeling, a little nerve-wracking too, but so like grateful and blessed to be in that position. So thankfully I found out about LMSA my first year at UVM, and we had a chapter,
That's
and
cool.
right away I wanted to connect, get involved. And so I became the president of my local chapter. And my first year, dude, like going to the conference, my first year of medical school was just like a wow, like I needed that. Like being away from like I think my class has like I think five Latinos, very few.
Mhm.
And just getting to go to the conference, man, and seeing how many of us are in medical school in the Northeast representing like Latino America, it was such a blessing, bro, and I had such a blast. And me and Mireya, we carpooled. And we were both, I remember joking with him. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna become the next like CDO, like just like joking, bro, in the back of the
Yeah.
car. And yeah, I think like going back to the UVM chapter, just worked on growing that chapter, like making those connections out here through like the volunteering that I do with like the family room and then in other like high schools with like mentorship, as well as like having events with like the medical school. And now we just got like a new advisor who's also been very involved. Our previous advisor, like we never heard from him. So all that really helped grow our chapter, and UVM was really well represented in this last regional conference. And now stepping into this role, man, it's like I'm a little nervous, but gonna I have a lot to learn from Gomez and Yesenia, who are both great leaders. And I'm excited to see where we could take the LMSA Northeast. I by far think it's the best like regional chapter. But yeah, excited and ready to work.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Everybody in the Northeast says it's the best region. I think
It
it's the best
is.
region
It
too.
is.
I
I
mean,
mean, you're gonna be part of it
come
too. You
on.
are part of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, so what was your pitch during because at House of Delegates, I wasn't there the
Yeah.
last day of the conference, so
Okay.
I was there at House of
Yeah.
Delegates. But you have to give a pitch regarding like
Yeah.
what your future goals are and things of that sort, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you give us that
Um,
pitch? What are your future goals as what do you
yeah.
plan to
I,
accomplish by the end of your
I,
elect term?
yeah, definitely. A big one of my pitch was just like the emotions that I felt. To me, LMSA is a family now, man.
For sure.
But as far as like goals, one goal that the previous CDOs I talked with, that they wanted to like reach like this global, like give the LMSA Northeast some global opportunities, kind of like what I was doing previously with the Flying Samaritans and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And I think I want to help accomplish that goal through some connections that I have. I also do some work with this program called Steps to Walk. It's a nonprofit orthopedic like association that does foot and ankle surgeries across the globe.
Mhm.
Another big one is trying to like formalize a medical Spanish curriculum so people at different schools can implement that curriculum. One thing that I wish that UVM had is a medical Spanish curriculum, bro. Because I mean, you probably know it. Like regular Spanish is so much different than
Different.
medical
Yeah,
Spanish.
yeah.
Um, so trying to like get something formal adopted where we have like this thing that the LMSA or Northeast can provide to the medical schools to implement, I think would be great because it's needed, man. Wherever you go, you're gonna find Spanish speaking patients. Like I'm out here in Vermont, and there's a lot of, not a lot, but there's a good amount of Spanish speakers, and I've already had like 4 or 5 Spanish speaking patients in this 3 month like clerkship that I've had.
Yeah.
I think those are the big ones, and I think also just continuing to build like this collaboration between chapters and that family feeling that the LMSA Northeast has so people can have the same experience that they had when I was a first year man, because I think that's invaluable. And like we were just talking about community, like LMSA, bro, has been a major part of community for me. And I don't know how I'd be doing medical school without it.
All right, so you said that you think your medical school should implement that in part of their curriculum, but what do you think is one good thing that UVM does really well and really exceptional that other medical schools don't do and they should implement?
Mm, great question. I think UVM does a lot of things well, man. Um,
Shout out UVM.
Yeah, shout out UVM, apply to UVM. They do love out of staters, so if anyone listening is applying to med school, send your application to Vermont. Come to the Green Mountain State. Let me think. I think one thing they really focus on is like the collaborative approach, man, which I really like. Like, I mean, I think a lot of medical schools are doing that already.
Mhm.
Um, but I think that's like the culture here at UVM is very collaborative. No one's like I don't think anyone in my class is like a gunner, like the traditional gunner. Like we're all here to help each other out. We're all trying to push each other to like reach our goals. I've really felt supported in everything, man. Since the first day I stepped into like the Office of Communications when I took my picture for my ID. I have it right here, but yeah, dude, everyone was so kind, so welcoming. And I think if other medical schools could implement that, it makes the process or like the journey a lot more enjoyable. Even now on clerkships, like having like those group-based classes and everything helps a lot because medicine is like a team-based sport, man. Like we have rounds together, we're all in a group, and yeah, I felt supported through the whole thing. Um, I think that'd be the big one, man.
If it weren't for medicine, what career path would you have chosen instead?
Shoot, I'd be a professional bull rider. Nah. No, I mean for real. That's like
Actually,
I think
are,
I really would have like if I didn't do medicine, I would have been cool. I mean, my family comes from like ranching and stuff in Mexico. It would have been cool to be like a ranch hand and then maybe go into like pro rodeo. I think that'd be the journey I would have taken. Or pro soccer player. That's
stop.
yeah.
You're good at it, right? Like you've done it before, and that's why you're
Like
saying this, right?
like what? Bull riding?
Bull riding, yeah, yeah.
I have
Like,
not done bull riding, bro. Like
oh,
it's on
what?
my bucket list though.
Okay,
On my
one day,
bucket
one
list.
day.
Yeah, one day.
All right. So, what's one thing you're currently proud of right now?
Currently proud of. Great question, man.
Thank you.
I was driving in today, bro.
Hmm.
Like I'm proud to be a medical student, dude. Like sometimes it just hits you when you're like walking into the hospital, like, oh shoot, I'm still doing the thing. But yeah, other than that, I think I'm pretty proud of the way I'm kind of managing my time during clerkships, bro. People say that it's really tough. Um, but I've made time for things that matter to me, like my fitness, making time to hang out with my friends and people that I love, and making sure to try to continue to like keep the relationships and build the relationships that matter to me. Making time to make calls back home and stay in communication with my friends, my family. So I'm really proud of the time management that I've been showing with that.
Yeah, it's hard. It's easy to lose track of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So you said you're an avid reader. You even dropped a quote by Dostoevsky, right?
Yeah.
So if you had to name one book or maybe even a current read you're on right now,
Yeah.
what is your favorite book?
Oof. Man, that's the might have been the hardest question you've asked me. Nah.
Oh man.
Favorite book, dude. It depends on like what genre you want. But I've been like really on like a Dostoevsky kick lately. Trying to also start reading more of the classics. But
Yeah.
man, there's been a lot of impactful books that I've read. One that changed my life was Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Read that my freshman year of undergrad. Man, that book got me waking up at 4 a.m., and
Wow.
it's kind of like helped build my mentality. Another beautiful book, I think, Remade for Happiness by Fulton Sheen. He's the Venerable Fulton Sheen. He's a Catholic bishop. A beautiful book on love, and our purpose. And yeah, those are kind of like two that come off the top of my head. A big fan of Dostoevsky. And excited to read what was it? Um I'm gonna try to read a book in Spanish. This was like the first book I mean I'm able to read Spanish and everything, but this is like the first novel. I'm gonna read Love in the Time of Korea, El Amor en Tiempo de Corea. Probably mispronounced the last last part, but that's by I think Gabriel Garcia Marquez. I think that's gonna be my next read. There are a couple.
Do you use Goodreads? Are you one of those people?
Dude, I don't, but I've been told
No.
that I need to download it, dude. I need to get on it for sure. But yeah, I need to hop on the Goodreads grind.
Okay, okay. I downloaded it, but then I never logged the books I read.
Never
So
logged in.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Genuinely, what's the last thing that made you laugh or
Uh,
happy?
I feel like I'm just
You're a
I'm
happy
I'm a
person.
very like laughable person, bro. Like I laugh a lot. Generally, but being back home, man, I was back home like 2 weeks ago.
Hmm.
Um, and shoot, dude, um, just being around family is something so beautiful. It's something that I've appreciated a lot more now that I'm like so far away. But I think when I was like really happy, like so like overwhelmed with joy was I went to pick up my niece from her like summer school, like summer camp thing, bro.
Yeah.
And she didn't know I was coming to pick her up, but as soon as she saw me, she runs and gives me a hug. There's no better feeling, man. Like it was such a beautiful thing. And then we went to the park and like I was able to play with her and my other three nieces. Like that was like peak joy, bro.
There's no price you can put on happiness.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
Especially with family, bro. So that's like I think last time you could say I was feeling like that overwhelmed joy, but I'm generally a very like happy person, man.
yeah. Okay. If you had to pick one sticker to represent yourself, what would you pick? Like one thing to describe yourself, basically.
To describe yourself.
That's not an adjective. That's basically the
Okay.
question. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I thought it was like one of those iPhone stickers. You know how you make stickers out of people's faces and stuff? I was just
Oh
like,
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
show
yeah.
you
I know
my
what you're talking
stickers
about.
right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me think, man. Shoot. What would describe me? We'll go with a cowboy boot.
Okay. Okay. I
Yeah.
like it. Specifically for you, what types of dance genres do you know how to dance? Like salsa, merengue, cumbia.
Yeah. Dude, I mean I grew up dancing more like banda and regional mexicano.
Mm,
But there's not like coming to the Northeast, there like population is different. Like there's not that many Mexicans, it's more like Dominicans, Puerto Ricanos,
yeah.
people from El Caribe. So I've kind of had to start learning how to dance salsa. So I started taking some salsa classes. I also love dancing cumbias. Bachata is also really fun, dude. And
Bachata.
everyone at LMSA, bro, like you saw it at I don't, did you go to the gala? Is that
Yeah,
what?
with
Oh,
the
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's where you saw me. But Yeah, like everyone at LMSA, bro, they know how to dance. Like especially salsa, bachata, cumbia. I'm just like, dude, you guys are beast.
I saw some people sitting in their chairs and while I was up dancing and I was like,
We
man,
gotta
come
bring
on.
everyone out to dance, bro. Come
Gotta embrace the
on.
Latino culture, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
What is one question you wish more pre-meds asked you about?
I think a lot of pre-meds tend to focus on like the school extracurricular.
Mhm.
I think ask about like personal life, man. Like, like what do you do outside of that? Or um I'm like ask about my faith, stuff like that. I think you've asked all the good questions, man. So
Thank you. Thank you.
they could just take the list from you.
Yeah, I should send them over the
Send
list.
them over the questions. Yeah, I think those are like big ones. I think they tend to focus on like the school or like the MCAT or anything like that. But I think I many times people will make like medicine their entire personality, and we're so much more than that, bro.
Yeah.
We're so much more than just our degrees and like our career. And I think I don't know. I value it a lot when someone asks me more than that, and I'm willing to share. And I'm also very curious about other people and what I don't know what their personal life is like and who they are as a human.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like they say, humans first, career second.
exactly, exactly.
Stay with oneself. Yeah. Okay. All right. Very last question.
Yeah,
So, if someone were listening to this and they didn't hear a single word you said, what is one thing you want them to remember Jesus by?
true, man. Just I think remember me for I think the love that I wish to show this world, man. That and like my passion and dedication to helping others. Yeah, I think that's what I want to be remembered as and the legacy I hope to leave.
This is AP Med. My name is Andrew Poveda, and we just finished interviewing Jesus Mendoza.